in a place where help is thousands of miles away. A place where the nearest town doesn't exist. The nearest hospital could be days away, and for months at a time, nobody can reach you. Outside your window, the temperature is so cold that exposed skin can freeze in less than a minute. The wind screams across a frozen wasteland, and beyond the walls of your station, there is absolutely nothing. No cities, no roads, no civilization, just endless ice, darkness, and silence. Now imagine living there for an entire year. Imagine conducting experiments in conditions so extreme that even rescue missions become impossible. Imagine being cut off from the rest of humanity for months at a time. It sounds like science fiction, but right now, real scientists are doing exactly that. Scattered across Antarctica, Greenland, and some of the most remote places on Earth, these research stations exist at the very edge of human survival. And the discoveries made inside them are helping us understand climate change, space exploration, human psychology, and even the future of life itself. Today, we're counting down the most isolated scientific research stations on Earth, places so remote, they make ordinary life seem like another planet. Before we go any further, if you are fascinated by extreme science, survival, and the most isolated places on Earth, subscribe right now and join the channel, because this is not ordinary science. This is where humanity pushes beyond its limits to explore places that few people will ever see. From frozen deserts to the darkest polar winters to research stations standing at the edge of human survival. This is Science Download. 10. Summit Station, the top of Greenland. Deep in the center of Greenland's ice sheet sits one of the most isolated scientific facilities in the Arctic, Summit Station. Located more than 10,000 feet above sea level, this station is surrounded by hundreds of miles of ice in every direction. There are no roads leading here, no permanent settlements nearby, only ice. Standing outside feels like being on another world. No trees, no wildlife, no signs of civilization, just a white horizon stretching endlessly in every direction. Scientists here study climate records trapped deep inside Greenland's ancient ice layers. Some of that ice contains information dating back more than 100,000 years. Every snowfall becomes part of Earth's climate history, and researchers living here spend months in isolation trying to unlock those frozen secrets. 9. Neumayer Station 3, the moving base. On the frozen edge of Antarctica stands one of Germany's most advanced scientific facilities, Neumayer Station 3. Unlike ordinary buildings, this station sits on massive hydraulic legs. Why? Because Antarctica never stops changing. Every year, snow accumulates around structures until they become buried. Neumayer solves this problem by literally lifting itself above the ice. An entire research station designed to rise as Antarctica slowly tries to swallow it. Scientists here study atmospheric conditions, sea ice behavior, and geophysical processes while living in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Outside temperatures can plunge far below freezing, and during winter, the sun disappears for months. 8. Halley 6, the station on skis. Imagine building a research station that can move. That's exactly what engineers did with Halley 6 Research Station. This station sits on giant skis, not for convenience, but for survival. The Antarctic ice shelf beneath it slowly drifts toward the ocean. If the station stayed in one place forever, it could eventually be carried out to sea. So every few years, the entire station is relocated. Few buildings on Earth are designed to travel across a continent of ice, but Halley 6 has no choice. Researchers here help discover the hole in Earth's ozone layer, one of the most important environmental discoveries in modern science. 7. Mawson Station, the wildest winds on Earth. Antarctica is already dangerous, but Mawson Station takes it to another level. This station experiences some of the strongest sustained winds on Earth. Hurricane-force winds are common. Blizzards can appear without warning. Visibility can disappear completely. A clear day can become a white wall of snow within minutes. Yet scientists continue working here year-round, studying geology, climate systems, and Antarctic ecosystems. Every trip outside requires careful planning. Because in conditions like these, a simple mistake can quickly become life-threatening. 6. Palmer Station, the ocean frontier. Unlike many Antarctic bases hidden deep inland, Palmer Station sits along the Antarctic Peninsula. This station is surrounded by icy waters filled with whales, seals, and penguins. At first glance, it may seem less hostile than the stations buried deep in Antarctica. But the research taking place here may be some of the most important. Scientists focus heavily on marine biology and climate research. Because the Antarctic Peninsula is warming faster than many other regions on Earth, the changes observed here may provide critical clues about the future of our planet. So far, we've seen stations surrounded by ice, darkness, and distance. But what comes next pushes isolation to an entirely different level. These are places where rescue may be impossible, where temperatures can destroy equipment, where a single mistake can become deadly, and where Antarctica begins to feel less like Earth and more like another planet. 5. Troll Station, the gateway to the unknown. Hidden deep within Antarctica lies Troll Station, one of the most remote facilities operated by Norway. Unlike coastal stations, Troll sits far inland. Everything required for survival must be carefully planned and transported. Scientists here monitor climate conditions, atmospheric chemistry, and environmental changes occurring across Antarctica. Isolation is extreme, but the data collected here helps researchers understand changes affecting the entire world. 4. Vostok Station, the coldest place humans have ever lived. Now we enter a different category entirely, Vostok Station. This station holds one of the most terrifying records on Earth. The coldest temperature ever recorded on our planet, -89.2 degrees Celsius. Think about that. At temperatures like these, machines fail, fuel thickens, metal becomes brittle, breathing hurts. Yet scientists have lived and worked here, studying deep ice cores in the mysterious Lake Vostok hidden beneath miles of Antarctic ice. 3. McMurdo Station, Antarctica's frozen city. Among Antarctic research facilities, none is larger than McMurdo Station, often called the capital of Antarctica. Despite being larger than other stations, it remains incredibly isolated. Everything must be shipped or flown in. Scientists here support hundreds of research projects ranging from astronomy to biology. Without McMurdo, many Antarctic missions would be impossible. 2. Concordia Station, the closest thing to Mars. If scientists wanted to simulate life on another planet, they would choose Concordia Station. For months every year, the station becomes completely cut off. No flights, no visitors, no escape. The environment is so extreme that space agencies use Concordia to study how humans might survive long-duration missions to Mars. Researchers experience isolation, confinement, and environmental stress similar to what future astronauts may face. In many ways, Concordia is not just an Antarctic station. It is a testing ground for humanity's future in space. 1. Amundsen Scott South Pole Station, the end of the Earth. At the very bottom of the planet stands the most isolated research station on Earth. Amundsen Scott South Pole Station. Located directly at the geographic South Pole, every direction from here is north. For 6 months, the sun never rises. For 6 months, it never sets. Temperatures can drop below -70 degrees Celsius. Winter crews remain completely isolated. No rescue missions, no evacuation, no outside help. Yet scientists continue operating some of the most important experiments on Earth, studying climate systems, observing the universe, and collecting data impossible to gather anywhere else. This is not simply a research station. It is humanity's outpost at the edge of the world. These stations exist in places where nature holds all the power, places where isolation is not measured in miles, but in survival. Yet despite the danger, scientists continue returning year after year, because the answers hidden in these frozen frontiers could shape the future of humanity. Which station surprised you the most? The moving station on hydraulic legs, the station on skis, or the frozen outpost at the South Pole? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into Earth's most isolated scientific facilities, there's always another download waiting.